Another gentleman in here who does a fantastic job and continually shows up all the time, Kyong. But Kyong, tell you, we got a bunch of new agents. Would you share your story, buddy? When you first showed up here, Kyong's got a great message, and Kyong is honest and straight up, and he'll tell you anything you want to know for real. But Kyong, share your story. I mean, seriously, it's a great story.
So, I've been in sales for a long time, for like over 30 years and all over the phone. Sales, selling life insurance just before this, working for a company, they just let go everybody, over 1,000 people just out of the blue. And so, I was just talking to my wife about this just the other day. I was like, most every other company I ever worked for, it was always by word of mouth. Um, Basically, people that hired me already knew who I was, and they knew my production and my skill and all that. So I didn't need to really, prove myself. But coming here, nobody knew me. I was not referred here, and so I just saw something online and I applied, and I made a decision before I started work here. I was like, you know what? I because I'm super confident, but I I made a decision to be humble and just try to do my best to learn a new system, learn, you know, from because I really believe that you can learn from every single person out there, just one little thing. You don't have to, you know, take on every single aspect of, because you can't really emulate somebody like that, but you can take one thing out of, you know, every meeting, you know. Every Sunday I go to church, and that's my mindset is like, okay, I'm going to take one thing out of this sermon or one thing out of this day that I can take with me for the week, right? And that's my focus when I come to the meetings is, okay, well, what's one thing that I can take from the meeting to kind of inspire me or keep me going, for the day. And so just trying to be humble, even though you may have a ton of experience, because a lot of us come here with a ton of experience, right? But yeah, and I really believe that because of that attitude, I have learned so much in regards to retention and keeping people on the books, and because I think the last place I was at, I was just kind of, churn and burn, and try to just write as much as possible, you know. But the connection has definitely kept more people on the books.